Welcome to Anonymous Tarot, where we delve into the mysteries of the tarot. I'm your host, Kleo, and I'm joined today by Billie. Today, we're going to explore the King of Cups.
I love the King of Cups. He's such a complex character. The combination of emotions, intuition, and emotional intelligence makes him a fascinating figure.
Indeed, the King of Cups is a card of great emotional depth. He embodies the qualities of empathy, compassion, and kindness, which are essential for building strong relationships.
But what about his more vulnerable side? We all know that beneath the surface of this majestic figure, there's a rich inner world, full of emotional currents and undertows.
That's a great point. The King of Cups is also a card of emotional healing, where we can confront and resolve our own emotional wounds in order to become whole and balanced.
I think that's what I'm drawn to about this card. The King of Cups represents a return to emotional authenticity, where we can tap into our own heart and intuition to navigate life's challenges.
In ancient Mesopotamian mythology, the King of Cups is associated with the god Inanna's consort, Dumuzi, a beautiful and charming ruler who represents the heart's desires.
I love how Dumuzi's story is tied to the concept of the desert, a symbol for the soul's journey, where he's forced to navigate the underworld and ultimately find his way back to the world of the living.
Inanna's love for Dumuzi is also a representation of the divine feminine and the heart's capacity for love and compassion. His story serves as a reminder that our hearts are the seat of our emotions and our deepest desires.
And yet, Dumuzi's character is also a reflection of the darker aspects of human nature, his association with the underworld and the cycle of death and rebirth.
The King of Cups symbolism is rooted in the ancient Sumerian and Babylonian traditions, where he's often depicted as a powerful and wise ruler, with the ability to heal emotional wounds and bring balance to the heart.
I think it's fascinating how this card can represent both the idealized, loving self and the fragmented, wounded self, a reminder that our true nature is a complex interplay of light and darkness.
The King of Cups is a dreamer, a symbol of the heart's deepest desires and the subconscious mind's darkest fears. In the dream state, we are vulnerable, open to the influences of our emotions and the world around us.
I think that's what makes this card so fascinating. It's a reminder that our dreams are not just a product of our subconscious, but also a reflection of our inner world. What are some of your personal associations with the King of Cups?
For me, the King of Cups is associated with the ancient Greek concept of the logos of the soul, the rational aspect of our being that seeks balance and harmony. In the dream, we may be forced to confront our shadow selves.
That's a really interesting connection. I've always seen the King of Cups as a symbol of emotional intelligence, of being able to navigate the complexities of human relationships. How do you think this card can help us tap into our own emotional intelligence?
I think that's where the ceremonial aspect of the King of Cups comes in. It's a reminder that we have the power to create our own reality through ritual and intention. In the dream, we may be called to create a new reality, one that is more in line with our deepest desires.
That's a beautiful idea, and I think it's also worth noting that the King of Cups can be a bit of a trickster, a reminder that the dream state is not always straightforward or rational. What do you think is the most important thing for us to remember when working with this card?
The King of Cups is a figure of great emotional depth and compassion. He represents the qualities we need to cultivate in ourselves when we're feeling overwhelmed or stuck in our emotions.
I love how this card can also symbolize the need for self-care and emotional nourishment. The King of Cups is someone who knows how to soothe their own soul, and that's a powerful archetype for anyone to draw upon.
In terms of relationships, the King of Cups is often associated with the role of the caretaker or the peacemaker. He's someone who seeks harmony and balance in their connections with others.
But what if that caretaker role is also a way of avoiding our own emotional pain? The King of Cups can sometimes represent a people pleaser or someone who prioritizes others' needs over their own.
I think that's a great point, Billy. The King of Cups is not just about being a good listener or an empathetic friend, but also about being willing to confront our own shadows and take care of our own emotional wounds.
Exactly, and that's what makes the King of Cups such a complex and multifaceted figure. He's not just a symbol of emotional intelligence, but also of the need to integrate our rational and intuitive selves.
As we delve into the King of Cups, we see that his waters are rising and the tide is shifting. This card represents the power of emotional intelligence, empathy, and compassion. He's the guardian of the heart, and his presence can either soothe or disrupt the balance of our inner world.
I love how you phrase it. Kleo, the King of Cups, is indeed the keeper of the heart's depths. But what if we look at him as a symbol of the fragmented self? We are all made up of multiple waters, multiple emotions, and multiple stories. When he appears, it's like a call to reconcile those fragments and find a sense of wholeness.
That's a fascinating perspective, Billy. The King of Cups can indeed represent the integration of the self. In ancient mythologies, he's often associated with the sea, which symbolizes the unconscious, the unknown, and the divine. His rule is a reminder that our inner world is just as vast and mysterious as the outer one.
Exactly, the sea is also a place of transformation and rebirth. When the King of Cups appears, it's like the sea is rising up, washing away old patterns and habits, and bringing forth new perspectives and insights. It's a call to surrender to the unknown and trust in the process of healing and growth.
I think that's where the King of Cups becomes so important in our lives as a reminder to be gentle with ourselves, to acknowledge our vulnerabilities, and to approach our own healing with compassion and kindness. He's a symbol of the gentle art of self-care and the power of emotional nurturing.
And yet, Kleo, he can also represent the fear of getting too close to the water's edge, the risk of being overwhelmed by our own emotions, of losing ourselves in the depths of our own hearts. It's a reminder to approach our own emotional landscapes with caution, to acknowledge the power of our own feelings, and to find a balance that allows us to thrive.
In the realm of the King of Cups, we're navigating the realm of emotions, intuition, and emotional intelligence. This card often represents the archetype of the compassionate leader, someone who understands the depths of human emotion and is attuned to the needs of others.
I think what's fascinating about the King of Cups is how he's often seen as a symbol of emotional maturity. He's the one who can navigate the complexities of the emotional landscape without getting lost in it, which is something we can all relate to.
Yes, and this emotional maturity is often tied to a sense of empathy and understanding. The King of Cups is not just about being in touch with his own emotions, but also about being in touch with the emotions of others, which is a crucial aspect of building strong relationships.
That's a beautiful point, Kleo. I think it's also worth noting that the King of Cups can represent a sense of emotional healing, where we are able to confront and resolve our own emotional wounds, which allows us to approach others with greater compassion and understanding.
Exactly. And when the King of Cups appears in a reading, it's often a call to slow down and listen to our own emotional resonance, rather than rushing into action or trying to control the situation. It's a reminder to be gentle with ourselves and others.
I love that. It's a card that invites us to slow down and tune into our own emotional frequencies rather than trying to dictate the pace of others. It's a beautifully counterbalancing force in the deck.
The cards have spoken.
We'll see you at the next draw.